let's go into a rumor mill rundown for the MCU. There is a lot here, gentlemen, a whole lot, including restructuring of all of the phases and what's coming out.
Really?
So let me get to my notes. Yes. So the first
me and
big.
Paige had some conversations, and we changed some stuff up.
I sensed a lot of Dave in here.
Yeah.
So the first one is director Matt Shankman, who did WandaVision, is not only working on the FF casting right now, but he's also signed on to direct a Silver Surfer special presentation for Marvel Studios, and he's also working on the rumored Vision Quest series.
A Silver Surfer special presentation. I think that's a good way to go. A good way to just do it a little bit shorter than a movie, maybe a little bit longer than a standard episode, and introduce us to this really weird cosmic character. That's nice. I like that.
Which makes me think Galactus will be in the Fantastic Four movie, or at least coming up in the MCU soon.
Oh, so wait, so Deadpool isn't going to be his harbinger?
No, he is not. And they're called heralds, not harbingers.
Harbingers. Herald.
But this next one has not been. None of these have been confirmed. I'm not sure I like this one. So, it is a Nomad series. For those of you that don't know, for a while, when Captain America was not, when Steve Rogers didn't have the shield, he was going around calling himself Nomad. He didn't want to call himself Captain America, so he was called Nomad. And supposedly, this is with Chris Evans and Scarlett Johansson. And you're saying, Keith, this sounds great. What don't you like about it? The rumor is that this is going to be him returning the Infinity Stones and getting, like, in these wacky adventures with a variant of the Black Widow. And the reason I'm not too fond of it, because I think this would be much better seeing some, between Infinity War and Endgame, some Captain America, some Nomad, and, Black Widow going around doing some things. Mm-hmm. So, hope it's true. I hope the rumored plot is wrong.
Even if it was between Civil War and Infinity War, that'd be some good adventures.
Yeah. I think that would be the much better route to go. So I'm hoping the series is true. I hope the rumored plot is a little different. Now this next one, this is going to blow the roof off the place, especially because guaranteed we are 100% right most of the time.
Even with our rumors.
Even with, yes. This Halloween, there is going to be another special presentation, just like Werewolf by Night last year.
Uh-huh.
Mephisto.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
So they're going to introduce the character before he appears in the Marvels or whatever? Wait.
Ironheart.
Ironheart, right. Oh my god, I can't. I'm
and
sorry.
It's going to be hilarious.
Well, if it's Sacha Baron Cohen, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, once again, not, this hasn't been confirmed by anybody, but some cool rumors I thought were out there. Then we also got that there's going to be a special presentation, much like the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas one, with Sentry. Now, for those of you that don't know Sentry, he's like almost a Superman type character, but he has the void inside him that makes him, he basically bounces between good and evil quite easily. He tries to be a hero, but he's got this dark side to him. A lot like Adam Warlock. A lot of things similar there. But
perfect role for Tom Welling.
Stephen, the guy from The Walking Dead, Stephen Hume. You guys are familiar with the actor?
Oh, the actor.
But he is rumored to be playing Sentry, not only in this special presentation, but he's going to be in the Thunderbolts movie.
Okay.
So that could definitely be interesting. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Get back up there. OBS, stop trying to sneak out of there. Then, something else that has been added. Halloween 2024, we're going to get another special presentation with Man-Thing, who we all remember from Werewolf by Night. He was the creature that they were hunting and ended up going off with Werewolf by Night at the end.
Turned out he was just a chill dude that wanted to have coffee with the werewolf. Yeah.
That's right.
He was
He's a good dude.
scientist who got wrapped up in some stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
I'd want to see that. I'd definitely want to see more of that. That'd be great. Okay.
as long as he didn't
now-
speak the entire time.
He just moaned.
Yeah.
So here is the new rumored Phase 5.
Okay.
Obviously, well, Guardians of the Galaxy is next. After Guardians, Secret Invasion, and they're saying ETA somewhere between May 17th and June 21st.
Okay.
Then we're going to get Loki Season 2 with an
Finally.
ETA of July 26th through August 30th.
Okay.
Okay.
Then this one kind of shocked me because this was rumored to be pushed off to 2024. Echo. And this is saying it's
That's gonna be
October
this
of
year?
2023. Yep.
That's a choice.
October?
Yes. And
I thought you were going to say Agatha.
and you know, we know that Daredevil, Charlie Cox, and Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin are supposed to play a role in this. They're also
John
saying
Bernthal.
she's going to get some supernatural abilities through tattoos and stuff. That is never part of the comics and a little odd. So I'm
That's not
hoping
how
that one
character
is.
works.
That was on Smallville, season 1. Yep, hit the button where they put tattoos on Whitney and they gave him the power of I don't know, things could, like a truck could drive right through him. He had no physical being while the tattoo was fresh.
And I wonder if in the comics, Echo is currently housing the Phoenix Force. So I wonder if they're trying to go that route a little bit, but a different way. But it sounds dumb. I hope it's not true. That does not
That
sound
sounds
good.
very dumb.
Yep. And then we have the Mephisto Halloween special, and then the Marvels, and then the Sentry special presentation that we already talked about. And then moving Phase 5 into 2024, we got early 2024 Ironheart, followed by spring of 2024 Daredevil Born Again.
Nice.
Then we got Captain America New World Order. We have another season of I Am Groot, which were those little cute little cartoons. Hooray. Then we got Thunderbolts. Followed by Deadpool 3, which is September 6th, 2024. At least that's what was originally said. Obviously, subject to change. Then we get what will soon be referred to as the greatest Disney Plus series of all time. Wonder Man. Yep. Coming ETA fall of 2024. And then we get the Man Thing special. And then they're going to go into Phase 6, which has a couple surprises here, which once again, none of this has been confirmed, but these are also getting spaced out, pretty far.
I think you're spaced out.
I definitely am.
Hey, Dave. Cheers.
Okay, I Fatherly Fandom. Oh, I just lost one of my earbuds.
You are
Said he
spaced out,
heard there
okay.
was some drama on the set of the Marvels. That has been debunked. There was a story that came out that said Brie Larson was a total diva on set. She was upset it wasn't called Captain Marvel 2. She clashed with Teyonah Parris on set, and there was a bunch of stuff. And they have come out and said none of that is true. We all got along really well. It was a great movie. We had a great time. Loved the director. So that has seemingly been debunked, and I hope it's been debunked because I don't want to hear anybody being like that. But Phase 6, as this report is saying, will be Blade, November 8th of 2024. Then we get the Silver Surfer special presentation. Agatha, Coven of Chaos, which is going to be late 2024, early 2025.
Yay, the one I'm really looking forward to. Woo.
Yes. And then the second Agatha, no, I'm just kidding. Then we get the Fantastic Four, followed by Vision Quest, which those of you wondering, Vision Quest was a big series in West Coast Avengers, which was they based a little of WandaVision off with what they did to the Vision with Sword. So I think this is just going to be the continuation of his story once he left the dome.
Let me guess. Vision goes on a quest.
Well, no, they were questing to find the Vision
Oh.
because he was dismantled and all this other stuff.
No,
led by
guys.
Wonder Man, of course. So it's going to be awesome.
This movie, you're both wrong. This movie stars Matthew Modine. He's played a high school wrestler. Come on. There's a Madonna song there.
That is right, Attack on Show. It is White Vision.
Straight from Alabama.
White.
And he's going to be joined by Savage Opress.
Savage Opress! And then it leads right into Armor Wars, which we know has... Oh, there's a lot more. All the way into Phase 7.
Oh, jeez.
I know. Oh, so Armor Wars, which are saying May 2nd, 2025, which we know is a movie now and not a series. What If Season 2, Young Avengers, Midnight Angels, Ghost Rider, going to be a special presentation.
Probably
Zombies. Yep. Then we're going to get Shang-Chi 2, not titled Electric Boogaloo.
Do we know who
we're going to get Shang?
Do we know what?
Do we know who is supposed to play Ghost Rider yet?
No, we
Nick
do not.
Cage.
Oh, it'd be great if they brought Nick Cage back.
Oh, yeah. It'd be great.
And then we got a Nova special presentation for the holidays. Tundra Walker, if you're out there, I know you're excited. Then we get Spider-Man 4. Then we get Strange Academy, which for those of you playing the home game, Doctor Strange sets up a magical sort of school that he starts teaching some of the younger, magic users in the in the comics, not the MCU.
Force users.
And that leads into Doctor Strange 3, which, if rumors are to be...
It's going to be a witch.
No pun intended. Which is rumored to be directed by Sam Raimi again.
Okay. That could be cool.
I liked Multiverse of Madness. I thought he did a great job, so I'm okay with that. Then Miss Marvel Season 2. Followed by Avengers The King Dynasty. And you're probably saying, what happened to Avengers Secret Wars? They're extending this out to Phase 7 now. So Phase 7 will also kind of be part of the multiversal saga, but it's going to be called the Battle World Saga. For those of you who are familiar with Secret Wars,
that makes sense.
Battle World comes together, and this is basically going to be a temporary reality, and it's going to be Moon Knight Season 2, Midnight Suns, She-Hulk Season 2, an untitled Halloween special, World War Hulk, an untitled holiday special, What If Season 3, Eternals 2, once again, probably not titled Electric Boogaloo, if we're to believe these rumors. And then that will finish up, well, not finish up Phase 7, but that'll lead into Avengers Secret Wars.
Okay, you know what you didn't mention, and now I am incredibly disappointed because it's so important for Secret Wars. Where's the Madam Web extended series?
That's probably the untitled Halloween special.
Okay.
I'm guessing. But now, if this rumor is to be believed, Bob Iger said we need more Avengers film. He is under the assumption that phases ending without Avengers film is the wrong way to go. We know the first 3 phases, Avengers films closed out each one, or at least we're near the end. And he thinks that's a problem. So we're actually going to get another Avengers movie out of this deal called Avengers Forever, which is going to be released in 2027, 2028. And it'll be the final farewell to the multiversal saga. And for those of you who read the Avengers Forever comic, it was basically Avengers from every walk of life, every multiverse. They had Captain America, Iron Man, Wonder Man, Giant Man. They were like bringing Avengers from all these different eras and times and realms to basically fight Immortus and Kang. And it was really well done. I loved it.
So, do you think that in this movie they're going to bring back Robert Downey Jr. and all of the folks from the from the previous Avengers movies?
I think so. If they can sign them, I think they will do their best to bring them all in. and it'll be the old and the new, finishing off the multiversal saga. So you'll see, maybe Spectrum, Monica Rambeau, Deadpool, maybe Namor fighting alongside like Captain America, Iron Man, Spider-Man, and all that. And then that way, they'll close that out, and then they'll, go down with the newer characters' path. Maybe we get a new Captain America down the lane. But it sounds like with what they're doing, it's going to be a huge crossover event with old and new characters.
All right.
And yes, that is a very expensive movie.
Yeah.
And yes, Armor Wars is rumored that James Spader will be back as Ultron, and he will be reassembled by Damage Control.
That was another, okay, so again, not your status quo, 100% correct. We theorized that would eventually happen back during WandaVision.
We did.
Yeah.
Once again.
SMRT.
We're 100% right all the time. Sometimes it takes years for Dave to convince Kevin Feige that they should do it in the MCU. But he eventually gets through to him because he knows Dave's always right. And yes, Attack on Show. I do hope we get a Venom in an Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movie. Obviously, Sony will be producing it, so I hope they get it right. But I think that'd be great. Andrew Garfield, it was great seeing him as Spider-Man again. The Venom movies have been entertaining. They haven't, exactly been Oscar-winning movies, but they're at least fun to watch and enjoyable. Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock does such a great job. I would love to see that. That would be fantastic.
What are they going to do with the symbiote that was left in the MCU? Are they just going to let that... Because I didn't hear you mention anything about Venom through that whole next two phases. They got to do something with that, or why did they do it at all?
Oh, he's joining the Sinister Six over in Sony.
Yeah, but why did they bring him to the MCU then? He was already in the Sonyverse. So why did they bring the symbiote over and then make sure that we saw that it hung around after he was zapped back to his universe?
I think we will see that payoff post Phase 7 now at this point. Because if this is true, I think the symbiote is going to eventually try to make its way to New York. It'll bond. I think the way they're going to go with this is, Tom Holland's Spider-Man, he doesn't have the iron suit anymore. He has his own little homemade thing. He's going to be swinging around and doing good work, but he's going to come upon...
We might get the Venom story done right.
Yes, hopefully. And I think he is going to need that additional power that the symbiote suit will give him to fight a certain enemy. Maybe, I don't even know who at this point. And then he's going to use it, and then he's going to start realizing it's a change, and he is going to get rid of the suit like he did in the comics, and it's going to bond with someone. Now, here's a crazy thought, and I think I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong, because I don't like this.
I'm sorry, we're never wrong.
I know. That's why I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it, because it kept popping into my head when I was watching Spider-Man No Way Home again.
It's going to be Ned.
Yes. He kept saying, I don't want to turn on you. I don't want to try to kill you. I'm your best friend. And I think it'll do that because when the symbiote bonds with him, it'll remember Ned.
Mm-hmm.
And knowing Ned doesn't remember that Peter Parker's Spider-Man and all those memories were erased, it'll bond with Ned and let him know, hey, you don't know this, you don't remember this, but this all happened. Peter Parker is not your friend. And then that'll be why because we haven't met, Eddie Brock in the MCU. Now, if they introduce him in the next Spider-Man movie, Eddie Brock gets screwed over by Peter Parker or Spider-Man in some way. And so the symbiote would know to go to him. I would rather be that. But man, with how many times Ned kept saying, I'm his best friend, I don't want to hurt him.
Don't worry, Pete, I'm not going to turn on you.
I'm never going to try to kill you. I was like...
They made a big deal of that in that last movie, yes.
Yeah.
So, I really hope I'm wrong, but...
Now, imagine if he got the symbiote and he was a wizard on top of it. A magic Venom? That would be one hell of a villain for Peter to fight.
But see, I
don't think that's ever been done in the comics, so it would be something new and fresh.
I also think that the route they could go with Ned, seeing that he has some magical abilities, since he was opening the gates with the sling ring and all that stuff, maybe he starts playing with magic a little bit and not being trained. He summons Mephisto. And Mephisto goes, "Oh, you want some power? Here's some of your memories back," and he turns him into the Hobgoblin, or at least gives him enough power to become the Hobgoblin. And once again, feels betrayed by Peter Parker because they were best friends, and he didn't come and get him and tell him.
Remind him after he made the promise that he would.
He did.
There is a lot of depth to your predictions. It's probably going to happen.
It probably will.
I hope it's the Hobgoblin route, especially since we know Mephisto is definitely coming to the MCU. We don't know for sure that he's going to get his own special, but we know he's going to be an Ironheart. We can only assume he's going to power up the Hood, which gives him all his things, which he can turn around and power up Ned the same way. That's true. Fatherly Fandom, I do have some inside info because Dave is an executive producer on all the MCU movies with Kevin Feige. So
I am.
Well, you know what?
Baby.
You know what I'll be waiting for, and I'm sure that we're going to hear it soon enough. It's Michael Keaton going on some late night show, and they're saying, "Hey, so Michael, what have you been up to?" Filming Vulture stuff, doing some Vulture scenes. Really? Is he coming back? Who knows? I don't know. Sinister Six. Spider-Man.
I'm Batman.
I don't know. I wasn't even there.
I recorded stuff on my home computer and sent it into him. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
All right, we're coming for you, Batman. Wrong movie series, Mr. Keaton. Oh yeah, whatever. I can't keep them straight.
And you are Batman? Oh yeah, that too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Who was I again in that movie? Oh shit.
Wait, you just want to pay me money to have someone else read these terrible lines? How many zeros? Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, all right.
And now, today, because it's our only stream of the week, since we're not streaming this week, and we're not streaming Thursday, since Dave and Doug and Doug's wonderful sister, who joined the correct branch of the military when she went in, will be seeing Shazam! Fury of the Gods. We have bonus DCU rumors. We're adding to this rumor mill rundown. It's not just the MCU. It's also the DCU, and maybe a Star Wars one, if we have time. So, I guess this isn't so much an interview as Tom King, who is a tremendous comic book writer, and he's working with DC, he's working with James Gunn in the DCU, said in an interview the other day that not only is James Gunn writing Superman Legacy, he's also directing it.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Good news.
Okay.
Yes, and he did not come out and debunk that. So I think this is going to be true. I think this is definitely going to be written and directed by James Gunn, and I cannot wait. I know a lot of people were going crazy on Twitter, going, he makes these weird characters all weird. He's going to weird up Superman. No, he's not. James Gunn understands these characters. He is going to make the Superman that he should be, what Zack Snyder should have done with him. And he is going to be this beacon of hope. He's going to be what we need him to be in the DCU. And it's going to be magnificent, hopefully.
I'm sure it will. In my eyes, he hasn't done anything wrong yet. Nothing to doubt him about. I felt the same way about Christopher Nolan before The Dark Knight Rises. It kind of fell off a little bit, but I haven't seen anything that I didn't like from James Gunn, so I have complete faith that he will pull it off.
And now Fatherly Fandom said he had a Wonder Woman cup he featured in a pic. Wonder if she'll appear in Superman. Maybe. But the other rumor that came out of this, which is he did say that Wonder Woman was going to be in the DCU early on in Chapter 1, just not a part that he announced yet. But the rumor is that there's going to be a Wonder Woman animated series coming out before Paradise Lost, or right around the same time. So he's going to delve in.
One of the things that he announced in that video, where he was going through his plans for what he wanted for the new DC studios, was that he wanted a continuation between their animated series and their live action series, where
Yeah.
anything that happened in the animated series would tie into the next live action, and they would all be kind of grouped together. So it didn't matter whether you saw an animated feature or a live action; they were all going to be within that same universe, and the characters were all going to interact and be played probably by the same voice actors and everything.
Kind of like a what if.
Well, I don't even know if it would be a what if necessarily, because you made it sound like any of these stories would reference or tie into whatever else is going on in the live action.
Oh, what I meant was like with the actors,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Unless you're like, I don't think Brie Larson did Captain Marvel on the animated show, but most of them
she did. She did not. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think they had. Oh my God, my brain is dying. It's turning to mush. Tom Holland. I don't think they had him play Spider-Man.
He did not.
Yeah, I'd say 99% of them did, but not all of them.
Yeah. Okay. Now, bonus Star Wars rumor mill.
Ooh, okay.
And you're probably saying, Keith, why are you bringing this up?
It's our bread and butter. I know why you're bringing it up.
This is because I predicted this off The Mandalorian. And I don't know if people watched our video and started making it a rumor, but a current rumor making its rounds, and why we're bringing it up on the rundown, is one of the villains in Skeleton Crew may have already been introduced, and that is Captain Glorian Shard.
The pirate.
The pirate.
Aye.
And your rumor, or your theory, was that the kids of the Skeleton Crew were probably the kids in the school on Navarro.
Correct.
Okay.
So once again, nothing has been confirmed, and the only reason I brought it up is because I made that on one of our videos. So either A, I'm right, we're 100% right all the time, or
all the time, yes.
People are watching our videos and turning it into rumors that they're posting and writing articles about. Which, if that's true, hey, thank you, we appreciate that. It's makes us feel good. Dave just left because he's so upset that they're writing articles about our theories and not including us.
Wow. Well, that's kind of interesting. All right. I can see that.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah. So, we've got an interesting week ahead of us. We've already talked about this, that we're going to do our At the Theater review on Wednesday, and then that means this coming Sunday, right, we're going to be live streaming here on Twitch, and we'll be talking about the Mandalorian and the Bad Batch episode that are airing this Wednesday, but we'll be talking about it on Sunday. All right, excellent.
We'll have a lot of time to watch it multiple times, formulate these
really
sweet opinions and theories.
Really dig deep into there, yeah.
But you know what I will be doing prior?
What will you be doing, Keith?
To Wednesday's wonderful enjoyment of watching both The Mandalorian, Episode 3, and The Bad Batch, Episode 13, I think. Fatherly Fandom dropped a History of the Mandalorians video today on YouTube. Just, about 3 hours ago, an hour before we came on. And I am looking very forward, from fiction to canon. I'm looking forward to watching that. So if you're not Fatherly Fandom and you're out there in the chat, go look it up right now, watch it. He's excellent. Does a great job. Follow Attack on Show. Subscribe to his channel. If you guys are out there, throw your links in the chat.
Please do that.
All good stuff. I don't know where Dave went, but it is getting late.
Yep. And we should probably, we've got cups.
Oh, we got drinks.
Excellent. Oh, snacks. Never mind.
Ooh, I like snacks.
Snacks and drinks?
Well, what it is the top is a bowl. You put in your snacks, and then there's a straw that goes down to the bottom where your drink is.
That's a genius idea.
Yeah.
$5.
Nice.
We need to get those.
Five Below.
Go to Five Below.
All right.
Don't tell me what to
do. This
They have
channel.
so many colors.
Free advertising.
This episode sponsored by Five Below. Go there, get some cups. Your snacks in them, I guess.
Everything's $5 or below. I think.
That's a very clever name if you're going to do that.
Well, that is, yeah. Let's.
Information out tonight.
We did, and there was actually one rumor that I didn't talk about.
Uh-oh, go ahead. We've still got 5 minutes.
Oh, whoops.
I almost forgot about this one. I apologize. Let's bring back up the MCU.
All right.
Thing. So, the rumor is that leading out of Agatha, Coven of Chaos,
is Agatha House of Harkness. I knew it.
Will be the Children's Crusade, which is basically a Marvel Comics series where they were trying to find Wanda and figure out what happened to her, and I think that's going to be how they eventually bring her back into the MCU.
Okay.
And we know that supposedly there's a Young Avengers movie coming out, and that may be based off the Children's Crusade.
As they keep going, they keep getting into more obscure stuff. I wonder how that will affect, how big of a franchise it is. You know what I mean? I wonder if people are still going to follow down that road.
I don't know. I have to wonder because maybe they're hoping it'll work because that's how they got the MCU started. Most people at the time didn't care about Iron Man or anything like that, and so it was kind of a gamble to present who was basically a kind of a B or C lister at that point in Marvel, to make that their opening, their big due to show as the intro to the MCU. So I don't know, maybe they're hoping that going with these obscure things, because it worked with Iron Man, it worked with the Guardians surprisingly well.
Good.
So I don't know, maybe they're hoping that, look, we're going to keep going down the obscure, and one of these is going to, it's going to strike gold again. It's going to be that lightning flash that we've been waiting for.
Well, and
as long
remember,
as they have a good story, they're going to be able to do it.
Just remember, they have the X-Men and Fantastic Four coming in now. So they've got some big names they can focus on for a little bit, that they can build up some of the obscure ones to kind of bring it all down this path and keep it going. Now, once again, it all relies on exactly what Dave said. They've got to be good stories. They've got to be well written, and people will come. The name alone will bring people to the theater, and good word of mouth, if it's good, will keep it being successful. So, let's hope that's where they go.
There's got to be a Squirrel Girl movie, right?
Oh, that would be great. I would love that. Especially, they said they were going to get they said they were going to get the girl who was in the AT&T commercials. She was supposed to play Squirrel Girl, and they showed her costume, and it looked good.
They filmed a pilot for. Oh my God! Wasn't Young Avengers? Can't remember the name of the series now. Darn it!
Defenders?
No. It's New Warriors. Sorry.
Oh, all right.
And they filmed a pilot called New Warriors, and she was Squirrel Girl in it, and it never got picked up or bought or aired. And that was right around the time that Marvel Studios took over Marvel Television.
That's a shame.
I think Dave's boy Kevin Feige put the axe to it. Like, he was like, okay, that's not where we want to go, so we'll just nix it. Because the New Warriors are huge in Marvel Comics, because they were the ones. They're basically a bunch of kids going around, kind of like the Young Avengers, kind of like Teen Titans, kids going around being superheroes, and they were fighting a villain called Nitro, who could blow himself up basically, and he did, and he killed hundreds of innocent people, and everyone blamed the New Warriors, and that's when Civil War started. Because there was those of them who said, okay, we can't just have vigilantes running around with superpowers. They all have to register. They got to be, part of the government. We got to, license these people. And so then that's when the first Civil War started. Iron Man was on the registration side. Cap was on the non-register. And heads butted. Fists were thrown.
Well, I mean, if that's your move that you got your superpowers to blow up and kill a bunch of people, you got to be really selective on when you use that.
Well, as a villain, you just do
How
it
many
all the
times did
time
you get to do
because
it?
you don't care.
Just boom, done.
Oh, about to get caught.
you.
Boom.
Uh,
And yes, Fatherly Fandom, Squirrel Girl did beat Thanos.
Yep, I'm telling you, that's what. If they made a Squirrel Girl movie, that's what it would have to be about.
oh yeah,
It would be fantastic.
it really would
It would
be.
make a
Fantastic
couple
Four.
billion.
Keith, what was the name of that series? Hellraiser, Demon Twin.
Oh,
Whatever.
yeah.
It was about the
Hellstrom.
brother and sister. Hellstrom. That was it. I'm sitting here trying to dig through our old videos because I know we did a quick hit on it, and we were like, oh yeah, we're gonna watch it, and then we watched it, and it was like, we are not gonna talk about that on the channel. It was terrible.
Wait, hold on. I only watched one episode. Did anyone watch more?
No, I only watched one
I
episode.
watched
That's
one.
all I could make it through.
Okay, I was like, if any of you got farther than me, we were gonna have to like make a crown for you or something. Be like, he
Oh, God,
took
no.
one for the team. He watched more than 45 minutes of Hellstrom. He must be a freaking saint.
By the time that episode ended, I was just like, I similar to what you just did with The Last of Us, where you kind of sat staring at your TV in silence. I did too, but it was more in like, what did I just watch?
How did that get aired?
Right?
See,
Who paid money for this?
before I did that, when Hulu was like, start the next episode, and the bar was going, I'm like, stop.
No.
I cannot do any more of this. How did this make it on TV?
Definitely
can
the
write a better
Beatles
show.
writers.
Yeah. Well, there's that old saying that, with an infinite amount of monkeys and typewriters, eventually they could write all the works of Shakespeare. Hellstrom, I say about 4 monkeys, 3 hours.
It was the best of times. It was the bluest of times. Simpsons reference.
That is a great Simpsons reference. And don't forget to hit us up at Twitter, leave a comment down below, and we will see you next time on Not Your Status Quo.